Hello everyone, welcome back. Joe here with Anubis Plant. Today I'm going to be replanting my betta tank. If you see my video a few months ago when I did this betta tank setup, it was a simple setup, but unfortunately the plants that I had in there all died away, or melted away. So I had to get rid of them, and today I'm going to be replacing them with 3 new plants. 3 plants right here. I had them in my quarantine bucket for a few days now. If you didn't see my video on quarantining your plants or how to quarantine your plants, go take a look at that. So today I'm going to get started right away. Let's go. First plant up is I'm going to put this one in the back. It's a little bit damp. Just took it out of my quarantine bucket. It's a stem plant, nice looking stem plant. As you can see, it's dripping a little bit. I'm going to be putting this in the back of my aquarium. So let me take off my little ring here that was holding the plant together. This comes apart into a few plants. There we go. 2, 3. I'm going to be putting about 2 in at a time. So let me start with the first 2. I dropped the water level to about half. I have my betta fish in there, so let me just get right to it. It's never easy putting your plants inside of your aquarium with water. There's the first 2. These are going to be my background plants. Make sure the roots are under the substrate as best as possible. Comes to my last 2 that are going to be my background plants. Okay, so the first plant is in there. Now I'll move on to the second plant. Second plant is also a stem plant. It's like a fern type of stem plant, as you can see right here. So I'm going to take it out of the little metal ring and a piece of cotton. This was in my quarantine bucket. This plant doesn't have any roots. You can see right here, there are no roots in this plant. So it's going to be, might be a little more tricky to keep this plant down. Let's see if I can get it on the first try. First one in. And let's take the second one and replant this tank. I really like live plants. These are all live plants. But unfortunately, plants don't always do what you want them to do. Sometimes they float back up, so I'm trying to do this as carefully as possible. Trying to make sure they're staying inside the substrate. Right, that should do it. Oh, it's coming back up. That is not unusual. I hope you guys can see this okay. So far so good. Just adjust this little plant here. And this stem plant is actually, the stem is not straight, it's a little bent. So I hope that looks okay. So that brings me to my third plant, my little Anubis plant here. Alright. Drop that little metal ring inside my plastic basin. Separate the plants. This is going to go right in the front. This I don't want to put too deeply into the substrate because this is an Anubis plant. There we go. 1. 2. And 3. Actually, I have a fourth small one here. Planting plants is a little bit tricky. I'm just showing you how I do it the best I can. I hope this works out this time. I think my other plants died because I didn't keep them, or I didn't give them enough lighting. So hopefully this time I learned my lesson, and I'm going to keep the lights on at least 2 or 3 hours a day. I know some people do it for 6 or more, but I think these are also low light plants I got this time. First time I planted this tank, I got plants that I thought I was going to be able to keep up with the lighting, but they just, whoop, that one just keeps on floating back up. Up, 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 come on back down here. Where you belong in the substrate. There we go. Once they root in there a little bit better, really settle in. Hopefully I don't get too much melting. There we go. So that's my 3 plants inside of my aquarium. Let me give you a closer look. Let me give you a look from the top. Or actually, let me show you what the planted tank looks like. Up. A little bit back, back, back. There we go. It's a little hard to do this with one hand again. So there's the overall planted tank. See from the top view, 3 plants, and that's my little betta fish right there. Looks like he's hiding in the plants already. See him right there? Alright, so that's my planted tank, or my replanted tank for my betta. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll show you from the side. It looks pretty good. I gotta put some water back in there. Alright, so that's my replanting my betta tank. So I think it looks really nice. I just hope those plants stay down and they really settle in there. And if they melt away a little bit, that's expected. Sometimes that happens. But I'm pretty happy with the results. And I'm happy with the plant selection that I picked. So thanks for watching, and please like it and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks again. I'm going to put some water in here. Actually, maybe I'll just do that real quick. I have a bucket of water, clean water right here. Let me just put some of the water in here. I'm pouring it on top of my little spray bar filter so I don't get too much splashing. When you're putting the water back in, plants sometimes like to float back up. I'm trying to avoid that as best as I can. Carefully pour the water back. Actually, this is new water. It's sort of a water change at the same time. Alright, I just about have it filled up. A little bit more. My betta fish seems to be fine. There's a little bit of a leaf or two floating around. It looks really good. Alright, that's it. Put the water bucket back downstairs, or actually back down on the floor. Right, so there's my replanting my betta tank. Thanks for watching again. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks again. See ya.